What's going on, guys? My name is Ken Ross. On YouTube I go by Kenny Games. Today we're back in the auction house. I'm gonna be breaking down the best 5 filters that I'm using to snipe cards right now. Make a ton of coins. I'm currently at 3.2, but I got a lot on the block right now. It's been a good week. It's even felt like a little bit of a rut, but it's still been a good week. Either way, today I'm here to show you those filters so you guys can make yourself a hell of a lot of coins. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, like I said, I'm gonna be breaking down 5 filters today. The good thing about this is it's gonna be filters for pretty much any coin ratio or coin bank that you have. So you're starting with like 10K, hopefully something you can snipe in here. Whether you're starting with like 4 million, there's also things that you can snipe in here. So this is what my recommendation is. I get a lot of questions saying, hey, you know, I only have, you know, like 20K, 50K, whatever it is. What do I start sniping with? One, my first biggest piece of advice that I can give you is always to keep a good healthy coin number in the bank. My recommendation is at least 100K. I like to keep a million. If you can get to a million, great. I understand a lot of people don't have that kind of time to really invest into it and to build their coin stack, and that's totally fine. But I do recommend you got to keep some coins on hand because it takes money to make money, and this game is no different. It takes coins to make coins, especially if you're trying to snipe. So that's the #1 rule to this before even starting sniping. Make sure you guys have some coins in the bank. Play your solo battles, play your weekend league, play your solo challenges, build up that coin stack to the highest that you can, and then go into the auction house, start sniping some cards and see what you can do there. But can't really do that until you have a good number of coins at least in the bank. Okay, we're gonna be working our way up here, and I would show footage for these snipes, but I want to use the footage that I'm going to show for tomorrow's Sunday snipes. So if you guys do like to see sniping footage and you want to see the snipes that I'm hitting throughout the week, I recommend you subscribe to the channel because I put out Sunday snipes every single week, and in that episode that's where I feature like the cool snipes that I'm hitting throughout the week, how I'm hitting them. You guys can check the filters that I'm using, etc. So if you want to see that footage, make sure you're subbed to the channel. Don't miss that video tomorrow morning. It's put out way before football starts. You don't have to worry about it interfering with your NFL day. Don't worry, I got you on Sundays. It's definitely my favorite way to start the morning. Just sit back, relax, watch some Sunday snipes. But either way, let's get into the filters. We're gonna work our way up here. The first one, gonna be starting with 84s to 85s. Now these go for relatively cheap, so it's not too many coins that you need up front. But if we go to the buy now price, you see they go for about 23,000. Make sure you're checking the market rate. I have a video tutorial on how to do that I'll link if you don't know how to do that. But how do we filter this down so that we're seeing the newest cards? So we got 84, 85. I like to go to Program Core Elite, and then obviously we still won't be seeing the newest cards yet, so I'm gonna throw a C in the filter, and you'll see kind of some common themes that I'm doing here to make sure that we're seeing the newest cards. And here we get 59 minutes. Now how do you refresh this? Just go to any unused filter like team here, for example, hit A and A, and it'll keep refreshing the cards. As you see, this will continue to pop off. You can change the letters in there if C's not working that well for you. A couple other letters that you can try, and this will continue throughout this episode as we can, you know, continue to talk about these filters. You can try C, B, D, S, A, O, and R. So then that's C, B, D, S, A, O, and R. Those are the ones that I'm usually working in. They show a different amount of cards between each filter, so they'll give you a wide variety. Here, this is a good way to filter 84s down. Again, they're only like 20K. If you find them for that minus 10% tax, find them for like 17, 16, 15K, which you will pretty often. You can snipe those cards and make, you know, 1 to 4, 1 to 5K on each snipe. And make sure you're also checking the price of 85s because those prices will be a little varied, really not too much. But that's it for the first filter. So I'm gonna clear this filter out here and let's get into the second one. The second filter of this video is gonna be 86s, 87s. And you see we're gonna work our way up kind of the chain here. A little bit similar to our last one. We're gonna want to go to Program Core Elite. I also find that Legends will work well for this. It's really up to you, whatever you're interested in sniping. And then I also throw a C in this filter. Now this is really hit or miss, especially on a Saturday when cards are flooding the block. So if C's not working for you, I'd recommend like a D or a B. And I think that should most likely work better for you. But I was sniping some, and you'll see this in tomorrow's Sunday snipes, I was sniping some of these Chris Jones for like 30K, for like 25K. I mean, they go for really cheap. People really don't monitor these that carefully, and they sell really quickly because 87s are really hot for training. So if you find 87s at a good price, it's really effective because they sell really quickly. Those sell right now for like 51,000, and I've been finding them for like 35K, 37K. So you can make a good chunk of change on here. It's not just these tiny 1K snipes, and if you just be a little patient for it, this filter should work. Again, another couple letters, D, B, C, R, S, A. All those should work differently depending on what letters are really shown. You could pretty much mess with any single letter here, but that's it for the 86, 87s. Let's keep moving our way up the chains. Next is going to be 88s, 89s. All right, guys, on the 88s to 89s filter, you see these are going for about 77,000, which is very expensive for these cards. I'm actually surprised they're still going for that much. Make sure you're checking the 89s because that'll vary too. Like they're going for like 90 right now, so that's perfect. Good to notate down when you're doing this. Let me know if you want some sort of spreadsheet. There's a couple other YouTubers that do that, so I don't want to copy them if you guys are good without it. Something that you're really interested in that I could update daily, let me know. I'm happy to do that. Either way, 88s, 89s, this one's pretty simple. I like to go down to legends in this one, especially with on Saturdays. Like today, they're going to be flying off the shelves with all the people pulling those packs, and you really don't have to filter down anywhere beyond this. So I was sniping these for 60K, 57K, 55K. All this morning. This is when they were selling for about 73K. So I was still making a pretty good profit on it. I'd highly recommend you use this filter. I really like the 88s to 89s, and I've been in kind of a sniping rut this week. I've had a little bit of a rough week. There's been some good, some bad. Maybe it's because I'm coming off like the biggest snipe of my life with that Amari Cooper, but because I've been in a little bit of rut, I've come down from like the really high 92, 93 kind of stacks, and I've started to focus on things a little bit lower, and it's a good way to get out of a rut. If you're just not hitting anything, you feel like you're refreshing constantly and nothing is working, come down to a little bit of the lower cards. You have a better chance of hitting something. Your room for tax and stuff is a little bit larger, so you have a better chance of finding something, even if it's a little bit smaller. But I've still been hitting for 5 to 10K snipes, and these have been probably my best success. This is probably my #1 filter of the video. I'd highly recommend you check out the 88s to 89s. If you need a letter to throw in because legends fly off on Saturdays, throw in an S or an A. That should work for you. If not, then probably C. That would be my recommendations. It should work really, really well for you. It's also a great way to get training. If you're trying to buy training, 89s are usually generally a pretty good value for training. Always check MUT to see that for sure, but this is a great filter. Highly recommend it. This is definitely my #1 recommendation. It's what I've been using the most, especially on Saturdays, because legends just, let's be honest, they fly off the shelves. People buy those legend fantasy packs like crazy. That's just where they spend all their money. So definitely check this one out. Next filter we're going to be checking out is one that was near and dear to my heart probably about 3 or so weeks ago when I was all over this one. This is on the 90 to 91s. I was all over these back when they were sniping for like 100K. That was the going rate for them. I was sniping them for like 80K, 85K, and it was really great. Wait a couple days or so and you could sell them for a really good price. Either way though, you see these are going for like 135 now. Check tomorrow, could be different. But what I do is I just throw a C in this filter. I mean, it's super easy. This should filter it down for you. Look at that. We're getting that. That was probably a snipe right there, actually. If I could still, I mean, honestly, all of these pretty much could be snipes. I'm not going to buy them right now because we are recording this video, but you see how many of these just flood the auction block, the heavyweights. These will all sell for that going rate. I promise you that. Well, I can't promise you because then people are going to get pissed if there's the one odd time that it doesn't sell, but these will sell for that 135. So really good snipes here. I really like this filter. Make sure you're sorting by newest, refresh it. You're going to find some great snipes in this filter. This used to be like my bread and butter before I went back down to 88s and 89s. Like 110K, man, I can't pass that up. You can sell that for 130. That's like a 7K profit. I'm gonna buy that one, post it for 135, and we're good to go. On to the next one, the last one. This one, my pride and joy, the platinum filter. This is just like always a good one, especially when you're worried about prices dropping soon. Like we have a new series coming up, possibly next week, that could really plummet the market. You don't have to worry about that because they quick sell for a specific value, and it's like printing money, man. This filter, it's a little hit or miss, depends on time of the day. I'd recommend like mid to late afternoon. Evening time is really good. That's when people are buying packs. Saturdays are generally pretty good, so today will be good for you. Platinum filter is just all around good. You don't have to filter it down at all. Just sort by platinum and then go to newest. Learn the prices of what these go for, and you should make some coins. I genuinely do like this filter a lot. Usually when I'm sniping on my phone though, people can be pretty quick on this one, but I'd recommend you try it out if you have the companion app. If you don't have the companion app, download it. If you do, I have a tutorial on how to snipe on it. Either way though, guys, that's gonna end it for this video. Those are 5 filters that I'm currently using to snipe the auction block. I've been making millions of coins doing this, and I know you can too. If you like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps me and the video out. I appreciate you guys and all the love and support lately. Seriously, it's been awesome. Subscribe to the channel for more Madden 21 content coming your way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, thanks for stopping by.